being talked about, and especially that magnitude and how special that award is. It's a blessing for sure. But like I said before, man, I'm a guy that wants to win a national championship. I mean, I came here to win a national championship. I never said I'm coming here to win Heisman. I care about winning the football games, and after that, everything else will come.
Welcome to another episode of Preferred Walk On. I'm your host, Max Chadwick. We've got another interview for you guys today. We just did Olu Fashanu, the Penn State left tackle, who's a projected top 10 pick in 2024. We already did Caleb Williams as well, projected number 1 overall pick in 2024, also the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. Now let's do someone who I think is actually going to win the Heisman Trophy next season, and that is Florida State quarterback Jordan Travis, who led all Power 5 quarterbacks last year with a 91.7 PFF grade, was third in the country in that regard. And right now, according to the odds makers, he is the second best chance to win the Heisman Trophy next season, behind, of course, Caleb Williams, who, like I mentioned before, is the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. And for my money, Travis is the third best returning quarterback in college football, behind only Caleb Williams and Drake May, who might be the first 2 picks of the 2024 NFL draft. So, as always, go check out the feature article I did on Jordan Travis at pff.com. And, of course, a major thank you to the executive producer of the show, also the head of creative content and communications at PFF, Dave Sofaro. Sets up every single one of these interviews. And as you've seen, we're getting some major players, and we've got a lot of big-time ones coming down the pipeline too. So without further ado, here he is, Florida State quarterback Jordan Travis.
So let's just start off, man. So before you even got to Florida State, what made you want to go there when you were transferring from Louisville?
I mean, it was a dream school for me. It was a dream opportunity for me. My brother played baseball here at 12 a while ago. So I used to come to all these games, and I've always been a Florida State fan through and through. So it was an easy decision for me. I mean, being close to home. Yeah, it was just an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, and you mentioned your brother, he played in the MLB, he played at Florida State. Was baseball like ever an option for you, or did you always know that, hey, I want to be a quarterback?
I played baseball growing up. I think my final time playing baseball, I got hit in the head pretty good when I was at that, and that was kind of it for me, sir.
That makes sense. So, all right, so you originally committed to Willie Taggart, who was let go in your first season there. Now, at that time, were you ever really doubting your decision to go to Florida State with the coach that you committed to being gone?
Honestly, no. I know at the end of the day, God has a plan for me, no matter what I'm doing. I just trust His plan. I went with my gut, and just work. It's all about the work. I've always been a guy that just comes in and just works. And I know I just followed God's plan, and it worked out.
So what was your first impression of Coach Norvell when he was brought on?
I loved him from the first day he came here. He came in, earned our respect. He never asked for our respect. He earned it. He always talked about he'll never ask for anything that he can't give back. So he came in, just respected us as players, respected us as people, which is big. He's big on the type of person that you are in this program. I feel like Coach Norvell was the best decision Florida State made at that time to bring him here. So yeah, we're blessed to have him.
So your first 3 years at Florida State, you guys were below 500 in all 3 of those years. How difficult was that stretch for you personally and for the team as well?
Yeah, losing sucks at the end of the day. Being a competitor, coming in every single day to work in the off season, no one knows what we go through in the off season, how hard we work. So obviously losing sucks. But I feel like it brought us closer. Coach Norvell never changed. He was the same person every single day. The coaching staff was the same every single day, which was big. And yeah, we just trusted Coach Norvell. We knew it was going to work out at some point. So we just trusted him and just kept working.
So not a lot of people after those 3 years, not a lot of people believed in you guys heading into this year. You guys were unranked heading into the season. When did you know that this team could be something special?
I've always known we have a ton of potential. I mean, we have athletes across the field that can match up with any guy across the country. So I always believed in it. We just had to get 100% of the program bought in, and I feel like all the guys are buying in, especially last year. You could just feel the change. We committed to work to the work. The confidence comes from the work, and Coach Armel always talks about that. We got close as a family. This is one of the closest families I've ever been a part of. Um, so yeah, man, I've always believed in this program and believed in these players.
Would you say like a turning point, or actually like a starting off point for your season, that LSU game, man? You know, one of the best college football games of the entire season. Just how insane was that LSU game? And did you kind of know after that game, hey, we could make some magic happen this year?
Yeah, I felt it right after that game. I mean, midway through that game, just the way the team was fighting. Um, what's crazy, I mean, we could have came to that game. There was a lot of mistakes left on the field. The game did not have to be that close, which is crazy. We look back at that game, there was so many mistakes. Obviously, it's the first game of the year. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of mistakes made, but the way that the game ended, it really, I feel like it brought this program and brought the team together. It was a great way to win a game. I mean, we always talk about special teams and how important that is, and it just shows the guys that we have on this field. I mean, the guy that made the play is one of our starting safeties that made a lot of plays this year. That was big for us. It's like to see guys out there just giving 100% special team, which is big.
So I know a big moment of that game was when you took an absolute shot when you threw a touchdown pass. Like I think that showed a lot of people that, you know, you have the toughness that's required to be one of the top quarterbacks in college football. What was going through your head when you got hit like that and when you threw that touchdown pass? And did you kind of know like, hey, we got him where we want him right now after that?
Yeah, I love it. Like I said, I love getting hit, but I mean, it's part of the position. I'm a type of guy that goes in and is willing to do whatever to help this team win football games. So yeah, that was a big moment for me. Knowing that I could take a hit, stay in the pocket, and make a throw because a lot of people said I couldn't do that before. So it's kind of proving myself right. That was kind of the mindset for me, just prove myself right. I'll never say prove anybody else wrong because if I know what type of player I am, know what type of person I am. But yeah, that was a big turning point for sure.
So the Power Five's highest graded quarterback this year, according to PFF, it wasn't Caleb Williams, a Heisman winner, C.J. Stroud, Stetson Bennett, Max Duggan. It was you. Did you feel like your season kind of went under the radar when compared to other guys that went on to win the Heisman Trophy and be named some of the top quarterbacks in the country?
Um, I've always said I've always been kind of under the radar. I'm the type of guy I really don't care about all the clout and all that stuff out there. I'm just here to win football games. Be the best leader I can for this football team. I mean, I would love to be in those guys' positions. I mean, they were in the college football playoffs. That's my goal. Heisman and all that stuff it's all great and stuff, but I'm a team player and I just want to win football games.
So most players who graded as well as you did, who played as well as you did, they would strike when the iron's hot and enter the NFL draft. What made you want to come back to Florida State for next season?
Just a lot of unfinished business. I came to Florida State to help change this program around, and I feel like this football team is starting to do that. I just thought there was a lot of stuff left on the field, a lot of improvement that I have, and a lot of growth that I have to continue to grow on. Just getting better. I just know that I have a lot more to do at Florida State. I have a lot of big plans for this team. All the guys coming back too, just talking with everybody. We have plans. So we're not coming back just to sit here and play around. We're gonna come back to work every single day, push everybody, get everybody in the same mindset that we want to come in every single day, win the game, win the play in front of us. So yeah, sir.
So you weren't the only one who came back though. Like Trey Benson, Johnny Wilson, Jared Verse, who a lot of people thought was a top 20 pick in the draft, and a ton of other guys announced that they were coming back too. Were you guys all in kind of communication during that process and saying, hey, yeah, the NFL was great and yeah, the NFL will always be there, but we can come back and make something special in 2023?
Yeah, all of us spoke a lot. I mean, I feel like we kind of knew a lot earlier than we announced. Obviously, Jared was trying to figure out what was best for him. At the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you, especially in this game that we play because you never know. I mean, you can go out the next day and your career could be over. So, I mean, that was a big decision for him, and we're so blessed to have him back. But yeah, we spoke a lot. We have big plans. We're all like experienced. We've all been through a lot in our careers, so many ups and downs throughout our careers. So I think this is the year for us just to put everything together, go out and play our best game every single game.
So it's not only are you guys bringing back a ton of stars, you're also bringing in a lot of transfers. Jaheim Bell, Fentrell Cypress, Jeremiah Byers, Braden Fisk, and others. How much of an impact do you think that those guys are going to make in next season?
Yeah, they're gonna make a huge impact. I mean, all the guys that you named before about considering going to the draft are all transfers. At the end of the day, Coach Norvell recruits very special people. The person before the player. I mean, you can't bring a guy in here that's really talented. That's not a good person. He's not going to gel well with this football team. This team is filled with just special people, a bunch of hard workers, family type of guys. Not the team before me. That's the kind of mindset that you have to have is put the team first, no matter what you're going through. And I think that's what we have a lot of unselfish players. I mean, last year you got receivers going having big games one game, and then they'll go for one catch the next game. You never hear them complain. They're always out there blocking hard. Um, so yeah, it's a special team to be a part of.
So do you think, honestly, do you think this is one of the best all-around college rosters in college football heading into next year?
1,000%, yes, sir.
I
I
love
do.
that. So, I mean, man, we mentioned it a few minutes ago, saying, "Hey, Caleb Williams won the Heisman Trophy and all that while you were the highest rated quarterback." Right now, I mean, you probably don't pay attention to this, but right now, according to a lot of odds makers, you're in the top 3 to 5 Heisman candidates for next year. Florida State already launched a website for your Heisman campaign.
Yes,
What
sir.
does that mean to you to be mentioned as up there for the most coveted award in sports? Honestly, and do you feel like, yeah, I am one of the top Heisman candidates next year?
Yeah, that's a blessing for sure. I mean, having being talked about and especially that magnitude and how special that award is, it's a blessing for sure. But like I said before, man, I'm a guy that wants to win a national championship. I mean, I came here to win a national championship. I never said I'm coming here to win the Heisman. I care about winning the football games, and after that, everything else will come.
I love that. So, speaking of winning a national championship, so you go from a team that has never been in the ranked preseason since you've been there. Now you're in like the top 5 of way too early rankings for next year, including mine that I came out with. I put you guys in the top 5 as well. What are your expectations and what are your goals for this team? And do you think, yeah, we could be in the college football playoff and we can make a run at the Natty?
Yeah. My goals are just for this football team is just to win the day. We have to take it day by day. We can't get too far ahead. All this noise is out there talking. I mean, we've been talked about as one of the worst football teams in the ACC, and now we're being talked as one of the highest football teams in the ACC. We've got to focus on ourselves at the end of the day because if we come in and do our job every single day, win our day, win the play, like I said, in front of us, win whatever we have, just focusing on the now instead of getting too far ahead. We have a lot of work to do this off season. So yeah, we just got to keep working, keep our head down, stay humble no matter what. Coach Norvell always talks about what type of person you are when you're losing, but it's even bigger is when you're winning. How are you going to act? How are you going to perform? How are you going to come to practice the next day? So we just got to keep the same mindset all the time. Stay humble, keep being us every single day, and the rest will fall into place.
Man, we mentioned that the LSU game last year, week 1. You play them again week 1 this year, and they bring back Jaden Daniels, bring back a ton of guys from last year's team. Are you kind of circling that on your calendar already, and maybe even circling that Clemson game as like, hey, these are the times where we're going to show that we can be up there with the best of the best?
Honestly, I'm not the type of person to get far ahead and like look at that type of stuff. I mean, we lost to JSU, what was it, last year? So every game's important to me. I want to come in every single game and dominate the play in front of me. But honestly, man, the only thing I'm circling right now is this workout later today. That's all I got. This workout later today. We got to work out tomorrow. Just working with the team because that's where you grow and that's where this team gels together. When these hard workouts, you have to lean on your brother next to you. We didn't get a break. We got 6-day break after the bowl game, and then we're right back to work. It's not no easy work. Not working us into it. We're right back to work, and I'm excited for sure.
That's awesome, man. Well, listen, leave the big picture things to media guys like myself because you guys are taking it day by day and you're killing it right now, man. So listen, I really appreciate you taking the time, dude. I am so pumped to see what you and Florida State has in store this season. And yeah, man, I really appreciate it. And the article should come out like sometime
Appreciate you.
next week, man. So
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Nice to meet you.